Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to check out my survival tin, technically, mobile survival kit in a mess tin. We're bringing it a little closer, take a look at it, stay tuned, here we go. Okay guys, so this is my survival tin. This is a Glide ASE tin. They do make a pre-packaged one. If you want to check that out, go check out Kit Bash Survival. He goes through, he has a prepackaged one, he goes through it in depth. This one I bought on eBay for like 12 to 15 bucks, way cheaper than their prepackaged one, and I loaded it with my own stuff. So on the outside here, it just doesn't really do a whole lot, but you know, just to kind of help the lid from not bowing out. I've got a Ranger band, so that's also a fire starter. And then you've got these two pretty heavy duty roller clips. Pop off of there. And the lid does have a seal, so this is a waterproof kit. And you can take this seal out and use this as like a frying pan. So here are all the contents. Got it packed in there pretty good. I think I've got all the 10 C's in here, pretty sure, but we'll double check as we go along. Okay, so I'm gonna slide this over and we'll just go through it when I pull stuff out. So right here on the top, we've got some MRE tissues, toilet paper, tissue, whatever you want to call it. A Cocos, it's an electrolyte additive for water. A Night Eyes gear tie, tons of uses for that. A mini Bic lighter with the zip tie for the keep it from leaking fuel, and it's a neon green, so if I drop it, I can find it. This is my mini headlamp. I'm not going to unwrap it because it's a pain in the ass to unwrap, but I do have a piece of paper between the batteries to keep it from coming on and the batteries running out while it's in the kit. A sugar cube. There's a lot of uses for a sugar cube, but the most obvious ones are a little burst of energy, you know, make sure, you know, get a little moisture in your mouth, stuff like that. And this is a little fishing line kit with a Ranger band around it. So on here, this is an old Home Depot credit card I cut up. This has like 20 feet of 20-pound test braided line, and this is like 15-pound mono, and I don't remember how much that is, but it's quite a bit. So that's my fishing line. All right, next up is a Right in the Rain pin. So if you look on here, it's got markings for 7 centimeters to 3 inches. It's got these stylus in the back for a pin, has a level in it. Screw off the back here, and you have a small Phillips and a small flathead. Fit in there super tight. No rattle to it at all. Like I said, it is a Right in the Rain or space pen or whatever you want to call it. So the cartridge is pressurized. So I like this one because it has multiple functions. I like to have things that have multiple functions in my bag or in my kits. So that's just that many less items you have to pack in there. All right, this is the cordage in here. This is about 15 feet of Kevlar cordage. It has a breaking strength of like 175, 200, somewhere in there, but its heat rating is up to 400 degrees. So as long as you go slow, you know, don't just go full Rambo on it. You can actually saw with this friction saw, as long as you're staying within the 400-degree mark and you're not really yanking on it, putting a lot of pressure on it. You can actually saw small limbs off of this. I don't recommend it because it's going to take forever, a ton of calories, and there's not really a lot of calories in this to spare, so don't really recommend that. Here is some snare wire. And snare wire is not just for snaring. More than likely, this will be used for repairs or as a tool more than a trapping item. Like if I need to lower something down, and I can use this this wire for a little more sturdy than the Kevlar. Okay. So here's another 2-in-1 item. This is a whistle and a ferro rod, and the striker comes in it, and it throws really good sparks. There we go. There we go. Just had to find the sweet spot. Well, I'm not going to blow the whistle because my baby's asleep, and do not poke the sleeping bear. So that is a 2-in-1 whistle and the fire striker. Next is, I'll do the fire kit next. So this is the fire kit. Its own separate container, so nothing can leak into it, or you know, the wax can't go into anything else. But in the lid here, I've got a striker, and I've got some Dragon Tongue fire tinder, as well as the Procamtech tinder tabs, a small ferro rod, so as a backup for the one I just showed you, as well as a striker to go with it. 2 of these stormproof matches and a spark wheel. So that is the fire kit for the survival kit. It's not very big, doesn't need to be. As long as you're confident in your abilities to use a ferro rod, a spark wheel, process some tinder, as long as you're comfortable with that, you don't need really a whole lot. And hopefully you don't have to use this. And in some situations, you're not going to be able to use this because it will give away your location. Next up is some thread for repairs. There's a needle down the side of there as well. For some gear repair, it's not much. It weighs nothing, takes up hardly any space, and really could come in handy when you need it. Let's see. What we got here? So here we've got some like a Tylenol and acid. I think this is just gauze. Yeah, just a gauze pad. Here is about 5 feet of Gorilla Tape wrapped around an old card. So plenty of duct tape. It's the wide stuff. Fire starter, first aid, repair. I mean, just 1,000,001 uses for duct tape. All right, next up we've got lip balm, some Gorilla Super Glue, first aid and repair, and craft, however you want to do it. I mean, here's a lid for it. Here is some orange flagging tape. I can leave a signal with this, or if I do have to get, wander from where I am, I can mark my trail for my way back to camp. So here is probably one of the more important things in this entire kit. This is a gallon Ziploc baggie. Everything in here will fit into this gallon Ziploc baggie, because if I need to use this tin to cook or boil water, I'm going to need somewhere to put all this stuff. So the gallon Ziploc baggie will hold everything perfectly. Or this can be your water container. Fill this up, throw a couple of water purification tabs in there, and you're on the go. A sterile scalpel. That is not the only cutting blade in here, I promise. Before you jump in the comments and, oh, you got the scalpel. No, there's more in here. Bug repellent wipes, sunscreen. I have very fair skin, so that is a must-have in every kit that I own. Here is your calories for the kit, and then all this is chicken and beef bouillon. If nothing else, it's a morale raiser. Difen capsule. Four water purification tablets. Some My Medic Super Skin Band-Aids. 3 chem lights, or mini chem lights, mini glow sticks, whatever you want to call them. Alright, next up we have a space blanket. Folded down a little bit more than normal, held together with a Ranger band. There's your cover item for sure. Here is a 2 foot by 3 foot heavy duty aluminum foil. So here I've got a couple safety pins taped to the back of this, and I'm not going to pull it out, but in here is hooks, sinkers, lures, stuff like that to go with the fishing line. Here's a little more snare wire. Here is a lead sinker. There's several things you can use this for. Fishing being the most common one, but yeah, there's lots of things you can use a lead weight for. Here are 2 of the Wazoo Survival water bags. I like Wazoo Survival. I only have one issue with their water bags, is it has no built-in closure like a Whirlpack does. So you're on your own for as far as that goes. But what I do like about these is they can handle temperatures up to 400 degrees. So you can boil water in these. Not directly on the flames, obviously, but if the flame just barely licks the bottom of it every now and then, it'll be fine. But you can boil water in those bags or use it with the aqua tabs. Right, next up is a Leatherman squirt. So I wanted this in here for several things. I mean, the pliers and the cutters being one, spring-loaded pliers, and then on the outside here you've got a blade, small blade. This is actually really good for gutting and filleting fish. A file with the 3 different grit files. The flathead screwdriver. The bottle can opener. And the main reason these are in here, other than the pliers, is these scissors, which come in handy, especially for like with the fishing gear and the duct tape. So Leatherman squirt. And then here is the main blade for the kit. It is the I think it's either the Trekker or the Forester. I can't remember, but they don't make this exact one anymore. So you've got your main blade, straight blade. It is locking. There's the lock. Pull it down. Boom. Here is the serrated blade. This does not lock. The only locking one is the main blade. See if I can get this out. There it is. The main reason this is in the kit is, other than the blade, is the saw. Super aggressive, super sharp saw. Also, very sharp 90-degree spine on it. Strikes a ferro rod like a dream. There's the saw. It's got the can opener with the flathead on it, and bottle opener with the bigger flathead on it. The corkscrew, toothpick, and tweezers. So that is the main cutting tool for this kit, but not the only one. Down here at the bottom, the last couple things in here is a super warmer. So it's a hot hands, just bigger. Throw this around your kidneys or whatever, warm the blood, that kind of thing. And then to go along with our Right in the Rain pin, we've got some Right in the Rain paper. So let me know what you guys think below. This can be used to boil water, hold water, cook, all that good stuff. It's fairly deep, good size. It'll hold a little bit of water. If you run out of your water purification tabs, you can boil in here, let it cool down, pour it into the 1 gallon bag. You could probably get at least 2 or 3 of those in there, and that becomes your water container. And then once this cools down and dries out, you can put the rest of your kit in there. So let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know if I miss anything. Like I said, this is my survival kit. It's gonna go in my get home bag, as far as like if I do have to camp up for the night and I leave the campsite, instead of taking my whole bag with me, I can throw this in there and I'll be good to go. I would have my belt knife on, all that stuff. But if I miss anything, let me know, guys. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. Leave me a comment down below. Any comment whatsoever helps, because it goes with the algorithm, and that gets this video to more people, and it's highly appreciated. So thank you guys. God bless. Be safe, and see you on the next one.